Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong issue 4, and might be the best issue. They saw, issue 2 has the most cinematic action in the issue. Sure, there's, issue 1 with all the reveals and, the God's Superman flying towards Godzilla. Yeah, you got that. Issue 3 might be the weakest out of the bunch just because it's just like more of issue 2, which is just big fight after big fight after big fight. But this issue 4, is kind of like the breather. Issue 4 is kind of like, okay, before we have another big fight, and a big fight does happen in this, underwater, as the cover of this issue attends, that Godzilla is going to fight this giant squid and the Kraken in Atlantis. And the big action sequence is Wonder Woman, Flash, and the Green Lantern helping Aquaman and Mira and the Atlantean guards to protect Atlantis. Be sure that Godzilla and the Swift creature do not fight on top of the dome that is protecting Atlantis, and it's really well. I was like, there's a sense of tendency. You're like, oh my god, let's hope, for loving God, let's hope Godzilla doesn't create genocide, right? Let's hope that doesn't happen in this. But what makes this issue so good is the 20 pages without a fight. It's like the first 20 or the first half of the issue. And that is the League's reaction to the possibility that Clark might be dead, that Superman might be dead. And the weird thing about it, the first piece of dialogue that we hear, or the first dialogue that we read, is from Batman. It's from Batman. And he's kind of acting very optimistic, which is very out of character for him. But in this one sense, it feels in character, if that makes sense. Because Diana, Wonder Woman, is trying to be prepare for the worst. Godzilla might have killed him, with his atomic breath and Superman's weakness of radiation, and no, Kryptonite might be in that atomic breath, all we know. So we need to prepare for the worst, and Bruce Batman, he's like, no, we are sticking to it. Well, I need if he's dead, I need some proof. I need some scientific proof and evidence that he is dead. But we don't set the pulse. We don't set a heart rate. I need more proof. Bruce is in denial that there's a possibility. Because what you sense is this friendship that's bond. I mean, it happens in the first issue of this story, where you sense the friendship of these characters, of Bruce and Clark, or Batman and Superman, and you just have, it's just like, it's not this heartless version of the character who's like, well, he knew the West, he knew what it was, and it's like, no, you sense Batman is everything he is, but at the same time, he's still a human being, and he does not want to see his friend dead. He doesn't want to see his best friend die, and he's denying it. And it's a very, as I said, out character but in character as well. Did you see where it's coming from? And then you got the scene that kind of made me go, oh, come on, stop. You got the scene where you have Lois basically visiting the hospital bed, pretty much, in the watchtower. And that part, I was like, oh, come on, guys. You're making me weep. I'm weeping while reading this. Lois shows up, and she found the ring on top of because when Godzilla showed up, Lois and Clark were having a dinner. We're having a date dinner on top of the Dane planet. And he was about to propose to her for Godzilla showed up and wrecked everything. God damn it. Godzilla was such a dick. And she finds the ring, and she basically says, I found it. I do. It's lovely. I'm beautiful. But you fucking better wake up, because you're going to ask me. You know, before we make it, you have. I'm not going to. I'm not going to be your wife. You have until you say those words, because I know that answer. But you better fucking wake up. And I was like, stop. I'm weeping. I was like, I'm getting teary out here. I was like, and then Green Lantern, how Jordan, who's like always jokey joke, is all shits and giggles out through the series. And he's like, sorry, the truth. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my, like, I wasn't expecting to get teary eyed this. I expected to see like 7 pages, 7 issues of me just saying, oh my god. Oh my god, this is getting tiresome. 7 issues, oh my god, it's all fights. Let's the story stuff. There's story in this. There's some really deep emotional stuff in this. And I'm like, yes, there's Legion of Doom. Yes, there's the Legion of Doom and Lex Luthor and Lois is like, you fucking fine. It's Toyman Lex Luthor, and she wants vengeance. She's out for blood. And because she's sitting watching while the Justice League she's in the Watchtower alone, and she's kind of watching everything. And I'm like, oh no, Lois, what are you gonna do? We only got 3 issues left, so it's like, what in the world, Lane? Wait, what are you doing, Miss Lane? And that. And the stuff with Supergirl is funny and nice, and on Skull Island where you have like Kong and Supergirl having basically a stare. I mean, seriously, the reason Polly hasn't attack her is simply she has a thing. King Kong has a thing for blondes. It is very easy, very simple. He has a thing for blondes. That's the only reason. And you have Ollie saying like, "Oh, for God's sake," Green Arrow saying, "Oh, for God's sakes, can you guys please just just punch or do? You don't speak ape, Kara. Do you speak ape? No. So what are you doing?" So you got that neat thing. It's like, where was this in the Arrowverse? I wouldn't mind taking a little bit of that type of humor. And the League of and you had this neat little action sequence with the League of Assassins. I was nearly going to say the League of Shadows, but I was like, no, it's the League of Assassins, and clearly by the end they have Waisha Ghul or Waza Ghul, Tayo, whoever, has a thing for collecting Star Island heads. So it's quite interesting. To see what's their game, what they're looking for, what's their thing, and that. So yeah, comment below what you think of this